Hey guys, and welcome back to Some Talks, and welcome back to Chelsea Daily News. Boys and girls, it's back. Daily Chelsea News is back. I remember I used to do this a couple of years ago. I used to cover Chelsea news every single day. You know what? It's back. From today, I promise you, from today, we will have Chelsea Daily News every day on my channel. It's a promise. I'll try my best to upload every single day. However, boys and girls, I won't lie to you, current mood around Chelsea is so down right now. Losing to Arsenal, losing the FA Cup final, the Chelsea women last night losing 4-0 to Barcelona. Everything feels a bit weird around Chelsea at this point because we had such a good time recently. You know, we are in the Champions League final. We mustn't forget that. You know, we are in the driving seat to get top four. Our players are some of the best players in the world. You look at someone like N'Golo Kante, you look at Thiago Silva, you look at young players, up-and-coming players, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Reece James. There's a lot to be optimistic about. However, recent run of form doesn't help. But this is football, boys and girls. This is what we football fans are in it for. One day, you are having the best day of your life, beating Real Madrid, beating Man City away, FA Cup final, going there. However, football can change overnight. You lose to Arsenal, you lose the cup final, all of a sudden, you are nervous. You are not having the best of time. With all being said, lot to look forward to, lot to be optimistic about. And you know what? That's what we watch football for. If we won every single game, it would have been fun. You know what? Let's talk about today's headlines. Before I get into the video, boys and girls, if you guys are new to this channel, please join this channel and subscribe if you want more Chelsea related content. Let's start with the headlines. Breaking news about Harry Kane. Yep, Harry Kane. Chelsea are linked to Harry Kane. We'll discuss about that. There's also talks about Romelu Lukaku. The news just came half an hour before I start recording. So, you know what, I will go into it. You know, by the time I upload, there might be new reports. However, there is some report of Lukaku, which I will report. And finally, we'll look at Tuchel's press conference today, what he had to say, the injury updates, and whatnot. Let's start off with the first news of the day, which is Harry Kane could be coming to Chelsea. Harry Kane told Tottenham Hotspur that he wants to leave end of the season. He wants to win trophies, let's be honest. Harry Kane, he is one of the best strikers in the world, if not the best striker in the world. For me, he's the second best striker in the world. He'll be looking at his career right now. He's 27, 28. And he has not a single trophy. Now, I'm not saying a major honour. Not even an FA Cup. Not even a Carabao Cup. And you'll be looking back in his career and he'll think that, I'll be a Tottenham legend. I'll be a Premier League all-time top scorer or whatever. But he will never be a champion player. You know what I mean? Like, Drogba was never as a good goal scorer as Harry Kane. But he will always be remembered for winning the Champions League because he won a trophy. Same goes for Diego Costa. He'll always be remembered as a great striker because he came to the Premier League, he won 2 Premier Leagues, and he left. So, to be known as a great player, you have to win those great trophies and you have to be up there on the Premier League table, in the Champions League finals and semi-finals, but Harry Kane just not there. However, boys and girls, the 3 clubs are linked are Man City, Man United and Chelsea. Out of them 3, Chelsea, in my opinion, have the worst chance of getting him. And simple reason being, Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy will not sell Harry Kane to Chelsea. Simple as that. You know what? He will charge United and City less money and accept the bid rather than sell to Chelsea with more money. The reason I say this is because we have seen it before, the precedent being Luka Modric. Modric wanted to come to Chelsea. He was desperate to come and join Chelsea. However, Daniel Levy blocked it. Daniel Levy and Roman Abramovich have a weird relationship. You know, they don't like selling players to each other, especially after what happened to Willian. You know, Daniel Levy and Roman Abramovich's relationship isn't the best. However, there is some positive. I will be optimistic. Look, before anyone says anything, personally, if I had to give it a rate, I don't see it happening. I think United and City have a higher chance. In my opinion, if United sign Jadon Sancho, which will cost them 80 to 90 million, I don't see them signing another player for 100 million. However, if they don't sign Sancho, I see them as a favourite to sign Harry Kane. With Cavani signing an extension and Mason Greenwood playing as a number 9, and they're heavily linked to Jadon Sancho, and they look like they rate people like Diallo, Rashford, all these great players, that I don't see them going for Harry Kane as desperately as maybe a Chelsea or Man City would. I just think that they're more desperate for a right winger like a Jadon Sancho or like a defensive midfielder in Declan Rice rather than a centre forward, because how great Cavani's been and what an incredible talent Mason Greenwood is, in my opinion. So I don't see Manchester United being desperate for him. You know who is desperate? Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea are desperate for a goal scorer. We signed all these incredible attacking players in Havertz, Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic in last few seasons, but we haven't signed a goal scorer. Firstly, we haven't replaced Didier Drogba until we signed Diego Costa. Now that Diego Costa's left, we are struggling to replace Diego Costa. We signed Morata, didn't really work out. We've signed Werner, the ball's still in the air. We don't know what's happening with that. With his situation, is he ever going to turn out to be a great goal scorer for this club? However, with Harry Kane, we'll have a proven goal scorer. A goal scorer that will lead us to the next level. He will make us a favourite to win the Premier League. Is Daniel Levy going to sell to Roman Abramovich? Only way I can see it happening, the only way Chelsea can sign Harry Kane, if Chelsea are the only club interested, and if Chelsea go in with the 120 to 150 million bid. That's the only way I can see it happening. Even then, we have to overpay him. I think to get him out of Tottenham, we have to overpay him. But let's be honest here. Tottenham aren't the richest club in the world. They are desperate for money. They need money. It's COVID market. They are a business at the same time. So if a 150 or 140 million bid comes in, you know what? Harry Kane will be a top priority for Chelsea. However, we're also linked to other strikers. I'll get into Lukaku in a minute. But you ask yourself, can 140 million get you Haaland or Harry Kane? So if you have 140 million for one number 9 position, this even sounds, for me to even say it sounds mad. 140 million is a lot of money. But you know what? This is football nowadays. Players, top level players are going for that price. Haaland or Kane? Who do I want? Oh, boys and girls, I want Kane any day of the week. I love Harry Kane. He's one of my favourite footballers in terms of to watch. I hate Spurs with a passion, but I really like Harry Kane. Incredible finisher, great goal scorer, link up the play, great in the air, leader, everything that you need in a footballer you have in Harry Kane. So this is my view on Harry Kane. I want him. Don't see it happening. Only way I can see it happening is if we are the only club involved. Let's move into the other striker report, which is Mr. Romelu Lukaku. Boys and girls, Lukaku to Chelsea has been a story for last, 3, 4, 5 years? From the moment we signed him, he went out to Everton, proved everyone wrong, been linked to Chelsea, then went to United, linked to Chelsea again, went to Inter Milan. Again, we are linked to Romelu Lukaku. So, what this tells me, someone at that Chelsea board or someone at that Chelsea scouting team really likes Romelu Lukaku. As to this day, I have no idea how we messed up the deal to sign him when Conte wanted him. Can you imagine if Conte got his signings? If Conte got Lukaku? If Lukaku, after we won the league, if Lukaku came in, we would have been unstoppable. He wanted Lukaku, Alexander, Van Dijk. That team, can you imagine? That team with Lukaku, Van Dijk, Alexander, Fabregas, Hazard, Gary Cahill, David Luiz, Azpilicueta, that team would have been dominating the Premier League for a few seasons. This is the difference between Chelsea and Manchester City. Chelsea, Man City, they're both owned by billionaire owners who's willing to spend money. Man City, they have a manager, they have a plan, they will back the manager no matter what. They'll get the players that Pep Guardiola wants. Guardiola wanted Diaz, he got Diaz. Guardiola wanted Cancelo, he got Cancelo. Chelsea, I have no clue why we don't have a system yet. We have our system is all over the place, but that's a video for another day. Let's talk about Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, the only way, again, there is a stigma to it. The only way Lukaku comes to Chelsea, if Antonio Conte leaves Inter Milan. Lukaku is incredibly happy at Inter. He loves working on Antonio Conte, and he feels like he's at the best club right now. Again, highly unlikely Lukaku leaves Inter Milan. They just won the Scudetto there. They are going to be favourites to win the next season as well. He's been the best player in Serie A this season by far. In my opinion, every time I watched him, he's been incredible. Does he want to come back to the Premier League where at Manchester United everyone really shat on him? Like, I remember, don't forget what the treatment that Werner gets right now is the treatment that Lukaku got in the Premier League. And do you ask yourself this, that is he going to come back to this league again? I don't see it happening. Like, again, it has to be Conte leaving Inter Milan being financially unstable. That's the only way I can see them sell him. Thirdly, that's the only way I can see him coming to Chelsea. However, if he does leave Inter, I feel like Chelsea are the only club to go after him. So Harry Kane is highly unlikely. Lukaku is highly unlikely. Haaland is highly unlikely. Who should Chelsea sign? That's a video, hopefully for tomorrow or the day after. I'm making a short list of 5 strikers that Chelsea should sign. That's not Lukaku, Haaland or Kane. Let's look at the last point of today is Thomas Tuchel's press conference. I'll be honest with you, nothing special. He said what we are all feeling right now, that Chelsea aren't as good as they were a couple of games ago. Chelsea has, you know what, in my opinion, he said one thing that really stuck by me is that our performances and our numbers are still the same. I don't disagree with that. I just feel like our performance isn't the same. I feel like our numbers are still the same. We're still creating chances, but I feel like our performances aren't there yet. And is that lack of Mateo Kovacic and Andreas Christensen? Well, good news is Thomas Tuchel have confirmed that both of them are fit to play against Leicester City on tomorrow. So we'll see what happens on that. Boys and girls, thank you guys for watching. It's good to be back doing Chelsea Daily News. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Post-game, I'll do match review. If there's any breaking news, you know what, I will do a Chelsea Daily News as well. If you guys are again new to this channel, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.